Welcome back. Hello, and everyone, and welcome back to Age the Name Plays Monster Train. We're doing another daily run here today, and I can see we have Hellhorned as our primary and Stygian as our allied. Um, the mutators today are Yeetpocalypse. You must purge a card after every battle. I could see that being okay for the start. Brawl, friendly and enemy units get +5 attack and +10 health, hearts, I guess. Your pyre gets +10 attack. And then junked up. Add 8 calcified ember to your starting deck. Oh boy. That is junked up. Okay. And just checking yesterday's challenge, I see we ended up 175 out of just over 4,000, so pretty good. Feel pretty good about that result. Let's see if we can do something similar or maybe, hopefully a little better, but there's a good chance we end up doing worse today. First first video of the day. So, still just waking up a bit, but hopefully we'll have it going here in a little bit. So you can destroy those blight cards for 3 ember in turn, I believe. And then you can also remove one. Oh, we like the ascend. And then frostbite and that. And he's going to devour our spells, but let's not worry about the end boss until we get there. But yeah, we could probably remove these. Yeah, you can purge them with 3 ember from your deck, or you can use the free removal. I think we should go Rage Does Not Decay. It's super strong if we can build up some rage. Granted, the other one is also pretty good. So I think we're going to go multi-strike. As much as this gives rage, but it requires getting hit, and it requires him being kind of the tank unit, I'm going to hope to put something else in front of him and just put rage on him, and that'll make the multi-strike even better. So I think we do turn on the first trial. It's going to hurt. We're probably going to take some damage. And knowing that the enemy units are all going to be stronger already because of the daily, yeah, it's going to be extra spicy, but I think we gotta try. Does she heal herself? Restore 5 to friendly units after combat. So hitting her for 2 does really nothing for us because it's just gonna heal. But we can lower the front unit's health a little bit more. Well, we might as well grab that. Oh, it's gonna take both of our spells here. Don't like that. And you know what I'll do? Is I'm gonna move her out of the range to heal, so she'll just die to our pyre. And she won't heal up above 1 hit from our pyre. Brief respite already. Can't do anything like that this time. I mean, we can, but it won't really work out. I guess we could move her up. So let's hit her, and then let's move her up, and now she's not getting healed, and it's just going to be one hit from each of them to our pyre. So that's not so bad. Rather than letting them get healed and get multiple hits in. We would like to do that again here. We're kind of in a little tight against this boss. We'll set up this floor and just do a little extra damage. That's about all we can do. Speed this along. What do we get? Again, not enough damage to really make a difference. Like, we could do Yeah, we can't do enough to kill this unit at the back, so let's just take them out of the equation. And then let's give him some added armor. Now he's dead. Perfect. See, if we had left that healer back there, I think every turn he'd just be healing them back up a bunch. Oh yeah, we get to purge, so that's nice. Applying 6 rage. It's expensive, but it's incredibly strong. What kind of spells do we have currently? Just these? So we don't gain a lot from, well, we don't gain a lot from this or this right now. We could take this just because it's decent damage. I don't mind taking the offering token, but I think we'll go with this one. This unit is my Incant apply one sap 1. I don't think I've actually seen this lodestone before. Sap 1, like applying sap repeatedly, that could be really good. This guy is also very good, and we need a tank, so let's go with that. And I think the smart move is probably just to purge one of these blights. I mean, yeah, we can purge it mid fight, but we want to get it out of our deck as soon as possible. And I really want to hit the upgrade spot, so I think we'll go this way, despite how I kind of prefer to get a Hellhorned unit to a Stygian unit, but upgrades are, I think, what's going to be important for us right now. I don't mind this unit. Let's see, we start with 5 capacity. He's 2 capacity. How big is this guy? 2 capacity. So we could fit this in front as a little bit of a blocker who also gives us draw. Granted, we're kind of we're in need of more damage than that, I think. So we'll take this guy again to use as a blocker on another floor, and we'll hope to get something that deals some real damage. We can make him pretty buff. I'm good with that. We'll make this one a little healthier too, just so that when we are using them as blockers, they're a lot more reliable. They have a lot more longevity. We don't really have heals, so they're gonna have to survive just based on their own health pools. Turning this on is a bit spicy. It's a bit dangerous just because we don't have a lot of damage output, really. What do you do? What's your resolve thing? You had Sinner's Burden. That's kind of annoying. This guy has spikes. I guess we'll turn it on though. We'll take the chance. If all goes well, we can get a good floor 1 set up. Not the strongest one, but that's okay. I think we can still stand to do that. Might as well hit him with a little bit of damage. And that frostbite like spike effect is really quite nice. We'll set this one up here. This does 11 damage after frostbite, so that works out. I think instead of playing the Sinner's Burden, we'll set up a little more damage there, and that kills off that unit, so that's pretty solid. This guy's quite big. So again, we're killing the front unit, unfortunately. Oh, they're down to frostbite. Nice. Oh, we should have purged this. That was dumb of me. Darn. Okay. Just do a little extra damage to the back unit. That was a missed opportunity. Okay, go away. We do want the armor here. And I think otherwise we might as well just do a little bit of damage. So we're not killing them on this floor. I would have liked to have hit our champion with that rage card, but we didn't draw it in time. And we didn't draw the ascend in time either. Oh well, he's dead. Unfortunately, we didn't draw uh, the thing that lets us purge one of those blights. AKA, we didn't draw one of the blights themselves. But oh well. Another one of these. How many ascends do we have? 2? Yeah, we do have 2. And right now, I think we don't really need many more, if even 2 of them. I mean, it's really good eventually, but right now we're not really there. I think we really like Rage just because of this, and because of our multi-strike champion. We can take that. What did we take last time? Titan's Gratitude, I believe? Yeah. So, I mean, it's hard to make this work with the offering, but Sap 3 can be really strong. It removes 6 damage, so against multi-strike units especially, it just like, it really hurts their overall damage output. Here, we kind of want a damage unit, so I mean, Alpha Fiend or Branded Warrior are pretty solid, but because of our Rage thing, that makes him the better choice, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, let's purge another one of these. Okay, so we have interesting options. I'm not sure what we would want to get from a duplicate spot. Like, he seems pretty good now that we have that whole Rage synergy. Um, he's quite strong now, so we could make another one of them to put on the top floor and, you know, just have like a tank, a giant frostbite dealing tank on every floor. It's not a terrible option, but I almost feel like we'd be better off lowering the costs of these and maybe this one too. I mean, I know we're not going to be able to do it for 3 spells, but we could go this way and then hope to get a good unit out of here too. I think that's what we'll do. I mean, this is decent damage. We could use him as another tank. And he actually, like, is pretty tanky. Honestly, if we could set up a floor with this guy behind one of our other tanks so that he has enough turns to build up his armor, then he'd be a secondary tank. I kind of like that idea. But at the same time, maybe we need more damage on the floor, so we set him up instead with him. That's actually probably a better option. So I guess we'll go with this guy just because he's raw damage. It wasn't an amazing pick, I'll admit to that. We may have made a mistake coming this route versus the other one. Here, I think we benefit from putting this on Torch. I think that's a solid use for that upgrade. And then, would I rather make Rage cheaper or the Sap cheaper? And it's actually a pretty tough question, but I think I'll go with one of the Rage options there. We like to have the torches deal enough damage to be like excited about. And right now, because of the whole enemies getting plus 10 or 5 HP, they're not, these 2 damage torches are not doing anything. I could make 1 and 1. Sure, let's do that. Let's see what we get out of here. Come on, big bucks, no whammies. Ooh, oh boy. This is interesting. I don't know what we would really want to see copied once or 5 times. I am leaning pretty heavily towards copying this guy 1 time. I don't think 5 times that unit is the answer, but I do like the idea of putting one on each floor. So I'm gonna copy one of this guy, the big one. Where'd he go? Here he is. So now we have a good, like, we throw them in front of every floor, and then we can also ascend and make a really strong floor. Exploding twice is kind of annoying. Those will probably also have some extra HP since it's the challenge and all. Yeah, 11 HP. So these things don't even kill it. We can't put this guy down right here because we don't have a tank in hand. But we can set him up here. I'm just thinking, if we put him out to absorb, he would take 2 hits, and then this guy would die to the next 2 hits. We could use this to give him a little survivability. Those noises are weird. I don't know what triggers them. Maybe different units getting kills, or like different bosses getting kills. Yeah. I'm gonna put this guy out mostly to die. If I deal 5 damage and give him 20 armor, he actually survives. But I don't think I want him to survive. I don't want to put him down and just have him die immediately, so I could have put them up here, I suppose. That might have been the better choice. Put him down and put the train steward in front to absorb the explosion. Although it explodes twice, so it would have killed. No, it would have just hit the... I think it's only doing 10 damage each time, so still would have been fine. Unfortunately, we drew the smaller of the two, but we'll still put him out front. It's going to take a lot of damage, and not much we can do about that. I don't think this saves us from the double explosions, just because the frostbite happens after when he would explode. These guys are doing 9 damage, and this guys are doing 8 damage each. So I think the smart play is to hit one of them with the frostbite. And to keep these train stewards from coming back around, we're gonna just sacrifice them. Holy. At least we're stacking up some frostbite on the boss that way. Granted, this guy is on the verge of death already. We'll set him up here and him behind. I feel like we're gonna need... well, you know what? We'll set him up here, and then we'll send our champion up. We'll ascend him. These bombs are really, really painful, though. The fact that we can't hit them with anything much is really taking a toll on our tanks. I need to draw a torch. There we go. And that is worth doing. Now we just... oh, you have haste, but they're all dying, so it's no problem. They're all dying. They're all dying. Or that one unit's dying. And he's going to take some extra frostbite, so that's pretty nice. Let's just ascend our champion here. And I think maybe we just hit these units with sap. That way our guy doesn't take much damage. Final wave. Let's keep doubling down on this floor. I think it's going to be more important than this floor. We're not getting a ton done here. If we could give our sharks some more armor, I think we'd be in a better spot. But we're going to be fine on this one. Yeah, he's already dead. 12 and 22. Now, doubling armor isn't the same. Like, I know I was just saying we want to give our sharks more armor, but this just doesn't do it. This I can deal with. We don't need another tank. We don't want another, like, basic damage dealer. She could be good. I think we can fit her. And then I think we need capacity, just because 2 of our tanks are 3 sized, and if we're going to fit 2 units behind, other than when we ascend, which kind of, maybe we could have considered that a better option, but we're here now. I like this route. We can heal up again. We can ditch a couple more of those blights, or at least if we can't do blights here, then we can do train stewards, and then we can upgrade those units that we got. Okay, so yeah, we can remove these calcified embers. Now we still have to remove 1 card after every battle, but I think we're still, yeah, we still have like plenty of stuff worth removing in our deck. We have 3 more of those. We have these 3 cards. We've got 1 crappy torch and 4 train stewards. So yeah, we've got lots that we're willing to remove. Multi-strike. Yeah, I think this is a good choice for multi-strike. Give him a better chance of getting the kill. Sadly, we can't apply these. They would be really good, but we have no money, which is really unfortunate because we could use the money. Combining these options is pretty nice. Granted, getting 3 attacks is also pretty nice, especially if we're going to apply our own rage stacks to them. Yeah, okay. Because we're applying our own rage stacks, that's like one of our main tactics in combat. I think that's okay. Extra damage, I think we can take that. I think our tanks are strong enough to withstand a little bit of extra damage. We keep drawing the 2 stack unit rather than the 3 stack unit, which is like just the tankier version. So we'll give him some added rage, even at the cost of a little health. And speaking of health, maybe we put him out front to absorb a bit of the damage. If we do that, he takes both hits, which means this guy takes no damage, which is nice, but it also means he doesn't do any frostbite, which is kind of unfortunate. And then we risk taking more damage to our pyre. I don't know if we should cast him. I mean, it does get him out of our deck, too. He's still dying, at least, so I don't feel too bad about it. And we'll just hit him. I don't know if that guy actually had an incant or anything, but I should have checked that before casting. Okay, here, get the Slay trigger. Seems like a good choice. And we'll set up here on the bottom floor. And then I think we purge this. You're dead, and get some rage stacks, and you guys are surviving. I could do this to make sure this unit dies. So I will. I'll take a little bit of pyre damage to make it happen. We might need to ascend our champion before too long, because this guy's not doing so hot out front anymore. What units do we expect to see? Her? I think we want to put her on the 2nd floor. So yeah, let's put this guy down. You're dead, and you're taking a bit of a hit, but this floor has definitely got a little worse. So let's just do that, and now they're both dying, so that's nice. Taking out that unit who gives us those crappy cards in our deck is really good. Okay. We can give him armor. That actually also triggered the frostbite, which is nice. Now I think we want him up top. because this floor is already pretty strong. We want to make sure it gets just a little bit stronger, and we can just hope to bring her back around before the boss shows up. Well, the boss is going to show up, so much for that hope, but that's fine. We could do a train steward here, and I think that's probably the better option. We could have done this to get it out of our deck, but I think we're better off just playing to win this rather than trying to make our deck a little bit better by the end. So that's a bit of damage. It's not an amazing amount, but it's something. And we'll set him up behind just because I don't think, yeah, we're not drawing the better cards. The better unit. I mean, there's a chance we still draw that better unit, but so here I'm thinking, why don't we move him up? We'll just yeet this floor and really rely on this floor to do a lot of work for us. And I think we can afford to do that. $320. It's not bad. Can we get there though? We just did. Nice. Sadly, I think this is still gonna go off. Yeah. I just have a sip of my coffee here. Okay. I don't know if we really make use of that. I mean, I guess we do have quite a few expensive things, and like if we draw it at the same time as one of these, we could purge them. And we might have the room for it, so I guess I'll take it. This is meh. This is pretty meh. Although, I mean, it does give armor to our units, and I was saying we want armor, but 1 armor per spell is kind of weak. Like at most, you could get like 3 armor on one or on the units per turn, which isn't much. So I think this is the choice. And let's purge another one of these. Maybe you should start trying to purge the train stewards instead. Let's see, do we want to go left? We got more money now, so yeah, let's go left and upgrade again. Granted, we don't really need this, but it doesn't hurt to overheal. So I think let's get rid of some train stewards. Why not get rid of those blights? And because we might have the ability to play those blights now. So this rage is super strong on anyone that we decide to put it on. I think this is a solid choice. He's going to be dealing quite a bit of damage now. Quick is fine. I can make him quick. I don't mind that. I don't respect it. I don't really respect Endless for much. We have plus 10 and then plus 5 and 10. So the plus 5 and 10 we probably want to put on a tank. Let's make this guy a little bit tankier. And then for damage, since you're quick, we'll give you a little extra damage. Wouldn't mind giving our, what's her name? Our nameless siren a little extra damage as well, but, you know, we didn't have too many opportunities to do that yet. Okay, so we have some stealth units. Fortunately, the frostbite on our units is still gonna do a number on them. Can we afford to turn this on? What does he get when they die? Harvest, gain 10 armor. Yikes. Okay, I'm not gonna turn it on just because I think we're gonna have a hard time killing those big guys, especially when they're harvesting for armor. It's really annoying when we don't draw a tank in our first hand. It's just unfortunate. So he's quick, and I think, yeah, they only have stealth 1, so he could easily get a kill right here. And I think we'll put him up here. And there's a problem with doing this, and it's that if we draw a tank that we want to put here next time, we won't have the capacity if it's a 3 capacity tank. So instead we'll put him down here to basically die, and then we might as well. Okay, so yeah, we got a 3 capacity tank. We will put him down here. I'd rather keep our champion alive than this guy, but at the same time, we have another turn to try and hook this guy, our champion, up with a protection. If I put her down here, she's gonna take 15 damage. It's a bit rough. This no longer does enough to kill this unit, so not really anything to get too excited about. So I think we'll just do that. It's kind of a game plan is to give our multi-strike champion as many rage stacks as possible. Okay, so we did draw a couple tanks, which is nice. Yeah, I think we want to cast all of our units this time. So we'll put him out to try and get him to trigger the Rage Slay effect. And then we'll put him down here just to get some added frost damage going. Our Slay guy being on top might not be the best, because not as many units are surviving to get up there. But I think it's still pretty good. Now, with Ascend, what do we want to see happen? I think we ascend this guy. I think that's the start of a good idea. And then I think I like sapping the enemy here. We can sap this floor to just save us a little bit of damage. That would save, 2 hits. I guess that's about as good as it gets. So let's do that. This floor is burly, at the very least. Let's apply Rage. We could apply it to him to make his Slay triggers a little easier. And he does have Multi-Strike 2, but we gain more from applying it to our Multi-Strike 3 champion. We don't exactly have a lot of space, on other floors to make use of him, but we can use him just to do this. And I might as well hit him since he's already going to die. Although I could have fireballed him and then used this to hit the guy at the back, so that would have been way smarter. Now I'm dumb, but we're okay. Okay, so we actually want this unit to waste as many turns doing attacking as possible, but I don't know if we really gain much from him attacking him once. We do like sapping them though. And sadly we don't have enough for this, but we can and maybe should just do this to take care of one of these guys right away. I like that. Okay. We're only taking 18 damage just because we're not surviving very long. Can't play our Siren. He's already dead. I think we gain most from having a stronger upper floor. Now, would we rather he has 8 more HP or he has 25 less HP? He's attacking for, it'll probably remove both saps by the end of this floor, so he'll be back up to 17, which into 40, or 48. How many times? 17 times 3? Yeah, is 51 already. So him having this 8 HP doesn't make too big a difference, I think, so let's just hit him as hard as we can. He still has 1 round of stealth, which is pretty rough, honestly. But he's dead. So we're pretty content. Let's purge this while we have the chance and let this play out. Our multi-strike units doing their work. We like the rage, so I think that's what we'll go with. Applying Frostbite with Incant is a little nicer to me than armor. So let's go with that. Ah, and now that we've removed all of our blights, we can actually start taking out some of these crummy train stewards and stuff. Okay. We don't need the health for a change, and I think we're pretty upgraded with our units. We could stand to make her stronger, and these guys got a couple of room spaces for buffs, but I think I like this option. Though we're not going to be able to afford much here, even with the 75. But we do get a free artifact, and then potentially do afford 1 artifact, I think. So let's get 2 artifacts. Or potentially 2. It's not amazing, but neither is this, really. We're not doing a ton of spell casting. How many incant abilities do we have? Just the 1 unit? We have this guy. Oh, we have her as well. Which we haven't actually played her yet. But if we do play her, this will be nice. So I guess I'll go with that. It's not... There was kind of a whiff. Enemies entering with Frostbite is actually pretty similar to this, but maybe even a little bit better. Just because we can stack the Frostbite on top of that. So let's take that. It's not amazing, I'll admit. We maybe should have gone the left path and had a better... We could have seen what came out of that cavern. The mysterious caves. I don't remember what they're called, so I'm just making up names for it. Spell shield. It's fine. It's a bit annoying, but what you gonna do? All the statues do have an attack now, so that's important to note. I think we probably do something similar to last time. As much as I'd really prefer to have the whole setup on the bottom, I think we kind of need to play around the fact that we don't have a tank in hand still. Which is getting annoying. Like the amount of times we've wanted a tank to start and not gotten one has been high. This is going to give every unit extra damage. So it gives 2, 4, 6, but it also takes away 7 damage, so it is better. Did that not cost energy to do? Why do I have... I thought I would only have enough energy. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. This doesn't do anything anyways. I guess we could have dazed on this floor or this floor. I should have thought of that. I just saw spell shields and was like, oh, spells don't work on them, but no, it just blocks damage. Still no tank. That's pretty bad. Yeah, he's in trouble. We can give him a bit of a block like this, or a bit of a block from that. Let's see. 9, 18, plus 5 is 23. So, I mean, this guy wouldn't survive, but that's fine by us. But this lass would survive, only just. We would just kind of hope to draw a tank by the next turn that can go in front. The problem is if we draw one of our bigger tanks, one of these two, we end up kind of kind of in trouble because she'll die and then he'd probably die pretty quickly. But you could say the same if I put this guy up here, which I think I'm going to do anyways. I want him to get the slay trigger, so let's put him behind. And then we'll use the Train Steward to block some damage. And you do 11, 20, 27, so there's no point putting her out. And they're both dead, so there's no point in casting these. Oh, they took damage from Frostbite, that's right. We really just need one of our tanks, and now we got all three. Okay, at least we were happy to have that set up, happy to have this set up, and let's keep that going. I don't think we want to deal 5 damage to our guy. Putting him at 1 HP is a bit risky, even if they don't have sweep. We do like that we're dealing a little frostbite to the champion or the boss though. Okay. Let's give him some rage. Although granted, he might be better off with it. Let's do one of those. No, I think that's pretty good. We're kind of abandoning the bottom floor again, but I think it's alright. Okay, we have free rage, so we might as well stack it up. Casting this guy doesn't do anything for us. I mean, I guess we could move something like one of these 3 units and then we could cast him. Could also move this guy up and like really stack up this floor, but then we're putting like all the pressure on this tank to survive. I don't mind this option right here. Let's put him here. And now let's just deal some extra damage to Extinguish and Harvest. Those guys are a mean combo. So let's do some damage to these units. A whole 2, and then we'll keep some frostbite going. Could have probably put the frostbite on the boss, but we want to kill these units if we can. Oh, I forgot we had this. We don't have any room for him now. It's too bad we missed out on the rage, but I do think it was worth putting some armor on that guy. Let's add some frostbite to the boss. The more frostbite we get on the boss before she even shows up, the better. Technically she can survive this, but I don't think it's really worth it compared to doing something like this. Sure, we'll give it to him. It's better on him, but it just, on him, obviously, you get better chance of getting those slay triggers. The fact that we have the boss at sub 1000 HP before they showed up here is quite nice. He's gonna die though. That's painful because then these guys die really quickly. Sapping here isn't super useful because it would just make them weaker on this this floor. They're not going to have anything to attack. They'd be weaker on this floor. I think we can afford to ascend this. And I think we're going to have to daze here. We could probably afford to do that just to make that guy hit harder. Sad that this is the 2 damage version and not something stronger. Oh, he's surviving now, so that's nice. I guess let's just do 2 damage to the boss. It's not amazing, but it's something. And then we'll daze these guys so that we don't take any more damage to our tank. Yet. We gotta deal with this guy in a bit. Let's ascend the 6 damage. Might as well. Sorry. And now he's dealing 10 damage to our tank. How much does she deal? 15 times 2. So we don't want him to do 10 damage to our tank. We want him to die before he can. We could ascend him and just accept a bit of pyre damage from him in order to have an extra round with our multi-strike units against the boss. And I think that might actually be the play. I would like to hit him for 6, so let's do that. And then let's do that. Hitting him for 6 is just so that he only takes 2 hits from our pyre to kill. You're only taking, well, you are taking 888, but you're not dying. But we can make it a little more likely for you to die if we. I don't like, obviously putting it on our multi-strike units would be stronger, but the fact that they're only going to get 1 or 2 turns each, I think I'll put it on this guy instead. Maybe that's a mistake. Let's add a little more frostbite. Actually, probably better off to just go with this. And now she's going to survive to deal one attack to our pyre. Well, 2 because she has multi-strike, but you know what I mean. We don't really need that. Rage and armor is nice. Sure. And I think this time we want the energy. We do find ourselves unable to cast things sometimes. Remove our final crummy train steward. This route's tempting. I think we need the money. Like, going here doesn't do a lot for us. Sure, we could benefit from getting some more health back on our pyre, but I think this is a fine option. Let's see what's in here before we go to the duplicate spot. Ah. When your pyre kills a unit, restore 5 pyre health. That could be good. We don't have any heals. I'm not misremembering anything, right? I think we just don't heal whatsoever. So we benefit pretty nicely from just making everything in our deck 10 stronger. Do we take some damage for doing that? I didn't actually notice. Or I didn't actually know that we were going to take damage, but it was still a fine trade. 10 pyre health for plus 10 health to all of our units. Getting another one of him actually could be good. But I think what I'd rather do is make another one of these guys, just because we do find ourselves in too many situations without a tank. So the faster we can draw a tank, the better, but also because, oh yeah, multi-strike 4, let's go. Also because we do tend to ascend our tanks behind, so we kind of leave our other units exposed. This is pretty tempting. We don't really rely on spell damage very much. Yeah, like barely at all. So I think we can afford to turn this on. Granted, this could end up getting us killed. But if we survive it, we benefit greatly from that 400 gold. There, see, every turn, every combat before this, we've well, not everyone, but lately we have not drawn a dang tank. Now we finally get to, so that's awesome. We'll put you out, and we'll put you down. And I think we do put him down too. And then let's give this guy some extra armor. I mean, we're giving him rage as well, which isn't the best. We'd rather give rage to our champ, but that's fine. It's all fine. So we definitely want to do this. And now we'll give you some rage. Do we want to ascend our champion? I think the answer is yes. Is this full? No, we can still fit something in here before we ascend, actually. 22 damage. It's a bit greedy, but at the same time, I guess we're not really gonna hit anyone else with it. 32 damage or 32 damage? I guess these guys are... Yeah, these guys are a little more long for this world, so let's remove some of their damage. Killing these guys at the back would be good, but I mean, with the spell shield, which we put on them, it's a lot harder to do. Yeah, so now he's in danger of death. We can set up here. I think this is fine, just to give us that extra energy. You're already dead, so we won't worry. You guys are both dead. And you guys are both dying. How many spell shield do they have? They have 2, so it doesn't really matter. It's not getting through. Nothing we can really do. Sadly, our tank is dead. Fortunately, we do have another one in the deck somewhere. If we get really lucky, we draw one right away and put him down. Otherwise, hopefully we draw an ascend and move him up. Neither of those things happened. Now the question is, do we let the champion go and rely on this guy, or do we let this guy go by putting him out front to tank and rely on the champion? And I think this is the safer choice. Sorry, champion, but your time has come. Making this guy huge is quite nice. This guy's not super healthy, but we could always ascend these units behind him if that comes to it. And then I think we might as well just try and break a shield. I guess I could have hit him, but either way he's dying to the quick attack unit, so not really worth it. Brief respite. Okay, we'll put this guy down. Put this down. This will be nice just to apply some frost to the boss. Frost to the boss. I'm not gonna cast this. I'm gonna cast this, obviously, so it's fine. It is too bad that we didn't have. We were 2 damage shy of actually killing the unit out front with our slay trigger. I think this is worth doing. And I think actually this might be worth doing, despite the fact that we lose out on the frostbite. And now we probably want to cast one of these 2 down here just to give us frostbite. These guys are all dying, but they're dealing 62 out of his 82 health. We might just be better off doing this so that they do 0 of that damage. This guy's gonna go up and hit the pyre, and that kind of sucks, but honestly, it's not the worst. This way, our top floor is a little more reliable for the sake of dealing damage to the boss. I kind of want to kill this unit. He's already dying, though, I guess. So let's apply some added frostbite here. And that was good. I don't think we're gonna ascend. I think we're gonna let this, although this floor is not super strong, admittedly. We could ascend this guy to the back. Let's see, he's got 70, 94, 95 HP in front of him. Whereas if he was up here, he would have, he'd have like 137 or something like that. So that's probably a good idea. So now this floor is doing significantly less damage, but still, we're putting the faith in our next floor to really do a lot of the work for us. And the one thing that we do benefit from up there is that we have another turn to buff this guy up, which is exactly what we're doing here. And he's already dead, I see, so no problems. Might as well sap him a bit. Okay, so we took a little bit of pyre damage, which does hurt our overall score, admittedly. But I think it was worth it, considering we're getting rich off of that. And that's giving us... oh, we really like this. That's giving us every opportunity to potentially win this. We don't find ourselves able to cast a lot of our units, so I'm not going to add any more. And 1 damage each, like 5 times, isn't a lot. I think we're going to go upgrade our units, probably. Like we could send to upgrade these 3 guys. So I think that might be the play, rather than going upgrade our spells. But admittedly, I'm a little torn. If we gave this holdover, it'd be quite nice. Just applying 10 armor every round to one of our tanks. Let's see what it looks like. So the Merchant of Steel has another duplicate spot. We don't really need to duplicate again. And then we have a Vortex over here. The Pyre health would be nice. So I think maybe we will go this way. Which means we do have the chance to make this worthwhile, I guess. I think we should remove one of these. Granted, this is a lot worse damage-wise, but we can make it better, and I'd rather upgrade a torch than upgrade a frozen lance, just because frozen lance you can't aim. That said, we could always remove another frozen lance and a torch right here. So let's grab the health, and let's check our stuff here. X cost cards. I think we only have 1. So yeah, highly not worth it. However, consume, we're against the boss who devours our spells, so I think that's highly worth it. The other spells are reduced in cost. I think we'll just skip that. We could get random imps, or spell weakness, or spell weakness. Interesting. This could help us kill units at the top. I'm not really sure what we would hope to get out of imps. I mean, we could get armor, we could get rage. Those are both solid stacks. We could get some more mana or ember units. Problem is, we find ourselves unable to fit stuff on the floors that we set up. So I don't think it's really what we want. This is probably the better option. Maybe I'll come back to it though, because it's not amazing. So we'll go here first. What can we double stack? Double stacking the armor would be nice. We can double stack this, though it only gets used once. Double stacking the rage, of course, is quite nice too. And like that's a lot of extra damage. Like a lot of extra damage. Sure. It's a little greedy because we probably need more survivability than we need more rage or damage, but I think it's still pretty solid. Now I have the question of, do I make this a better torch, or do I settle for two mediocre torches? We do have free removal, so we're gonna remove both of these, I think. Which means I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna see what we can do with this reroll. Sure, we'll make the last one. No, we want this. We want that. So we're probably gonna remove that last torch, actually. -1 cost. There's a few uh, solid options. Maybe Ascend even, just because we probably want to cast this every time we have the chance. But then also this is quite nice. So I'll do that. Permafrost, I'm not sure what we would really hope to hit with Permafrost. Maybe the Daze. That way we have it when we need it, kind of thing. Since we have the gold, well, I mean, I guess we could spend it on that that one. This instead. Sure. That way, if a unit does survive to the top floor, we have a chance of hopefully dealing enough damage to take them out. And we'll cut both of these, and I noticed we have just enough gold to do one more purge. Granted, we're consuming our spells, so maybe we shouldn't have cut so many spells, but it's too late now. So let's go. We spent all of our gold, which means I think we made, the best use of it we could. Well, maybe not exactly the best use of it, but we got as many advantages as I think we could possibly get for how I played them anyways. I don't love that they just shoved a whole bunch of crap in my deck. Yeah, it's great. Also, we didn't draw a tank again, which is super annoying. We're gonna rely on ourselves to draw a tank next round. How much damage are they dealing? Enough to kill her. Or at least get very close. I think we still prefer giving him the rage, though. This consumes. Yeah, I wouldn't mind killing off one of these highly damaging units. You're gonna add self-mutilates, and you're just dealing damage. So let's kill the self-mutilate one to remove that card from our draw. Okay, we need a tank. We did not draw a tank. Okay, we can use this to save our champion. That's important. She's taken a bit of a hit, but it's fine. I'm tempted to do this, and I think I will. He's gonna take a bit of a hit though. Do that, and then we're gonna save our champion. I guess it doesn't matter if we play them or if we discard them. They don't purge, so playing them does nothing for us. Okay, we really need a tank now. We've got 4 in the deck. Please just give me one. Thank you. Almost put him behind. That would have been catastrophic. We can hope to hit this with our offering, so I'll do that. But first, I think we might as well do... Well, okay, let's do this first. If it discards one of these two, then that's fine, and then we'll just do this. Okay. You're taking 21 from here. I think we're better off doing this down here. Our champion's hitting quite nicely now. Hitting 5 times for 43 damage is pretty solid. You're too big to go up top, so we'll put you down here with him. And I think we gotta just assume or accept some damage here. Then again, I could cast this instead and just spread some damage around in hopes that it kills some of these weaker units. Or we go for the extra rage. Let's go for the extra rage. Man, I wish we could give our champion quick. Like if we had that book, that'd be so nice right now. Everything would be dead. We did not draw the 2-pip tank, but we did draw this guy, so we'll put him out front to absorb a little bit of damage. We have enough energy to do something a little funky. Like that. And now we can do 22 damage. I think we kill that guy. I think we benefit from that. This does nothing now, so it's not. Oh, I could have cast it up here to trigger their 2 incants. That was kind of an oversight. Although I guess it consumes, so we didn't want to do that. Never mind. Okay. So we really need that March card to pull him forward. Might as well throw this guy down here to put a little more between them. I do like giving him some extra something something. And I think we want to ascend someone, but I'm just trying to figure out who we ascend. Do we ascend our champion and then play this guy here and then hope to get March to pull this guy forward? Or do we send him and then play him here? I think it makes more sense to ascend our champion. And then we'll just put this guy at the back, I guess. Could have put him at the front, actually. Might have been the smarter choice. It's too late for that now, though. Let's apply some more frost to the boss. Alright. Honestly, going pretty well. Yeah, we got March. Nice. Okay, we want big guy to the front. And wow, that just murdered the enemy. Might as well get these out of the deck. And then I think we kill this guy with this just so that we take a little less damage out front. Although, I mean, we don't kill him, so let's kill him and take less damage. 1 to our pyre is whatever. So I think there's a pretty realistic chance that we win this this whole boss fight. Granted, this turn's a little bit nasty. We want to give armor to our guy at the front, but we also kind of want to just put some extra rage on this guy. To give ourselves the best chance of winning, I think we do that. It's a little bit more damage to our pyre, which is admittedly a little bit less points overall. But I think we get more by winning than we do by, keeping a couple of things around. So this is unfortunate, but we can work around it. The fact that our champion's back there doing 500 damage per turn is super strong. Okay, we need 1 mana for this. So now the question is, do we do this or do we do this? I think the answer is we hit one of these guys with this, just to remove a little bit of their annoying effects. I really wish we could daze these units, but then also get the sap to apply here. unfortunately, obviously can't do that. I guess we didn't have to worry about purging that one card since we did discard it. That's nice. Getting 50 Frostbite on the boss was pretty solid. This is good. This obviously doesn't do a lot for us. We can't even hit him enough times to kill him. He's going to die to the first attack, so there's no point in worrying about doing damage to him to kill him. We'll pop his spell weakness with that. I'm a little surprised to see that he's not dead already, and that actually makes me kind of concerned. I think we do want to cast this just for the sake of those triggers that are increasing our damage. What, like, I think our best ascension is on this guy. It's gonna cause us to take 13 damage, which is a bit risky. But it would add two more frost and enchant her with extra rage. And then we cast this, and that buys us one extra turn, which is another 500 damage, which should be enough to kill him. So let's do this. Ah, we didn't even need to save that. So we're going to take an extra 13 damage unnecessarily, but I mean, maybe I should have mathed it out a little closer, but I was just going to do whatever was the best chance of winning, basically. So damage taken minus 50%, that's a bit rough, but overall, we got a good amount of points there, I think, and we did beat the run, so can't be too mad about that. Let's see how we do overall, points wise. I don't expect this to be in the top 175 like yesterday, necessarily. So run summary, I guess, is what we're looking for. Nope, my mistake. Here we go. 186, actually not too bad. And let's see, there's only 1,600 people have done it so far. So there's a very good chance we get lower than that by the end of the day. But yeah, that's the daily challenge for today. Thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you next time.